عليه وسلم وصلاة الله تغشى له الحسن تجمع صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم أمل القرى وآله وصحابه واستنشع صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى سيدنا محمد. Hi. I hope you're okay. I hope you're not disappointed by now. It's fantastic when when you see people sometimes, and then before you part ways, and then you have mutual friends, and then they say, oh, if you see him, say hi, send my regards. In some more refined cultures, they say kirim salam, or send my salams. In more refined cultures, in lesser refined cultures, tell him I say what's up. And tonight, it's amazing that we're here, because right now the sort of high that you're talking about is, as we heard earlier, in Allah malaikatahu wa yusalluna ala nabi. He says indeed, so not just like indeed, Allah and His angels sends salawat upon the Prophet ﷺ. Right? So that's a form of saying hi. That you can say that's like the most refined, the most highest level of saying hi. Yani it's not just, they're not just saying hi, they're not just saying salam, like they're saying salawat. And it's trying to remind you, trying to tell you that indeed, like definitely, I don't know what do you dig nowadays? You Apple phone, and some friend comes and say, hey, I was just in the States, and some guy who works at Apple manager, he said hi to you. So you're walking on air, the next few days. A guy who works at Apple says hi to me. So who's the one that said hi to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? It's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The person who created everything, He's the one that says hi, and all the angels and all these lofty creatures. Even Shaitan was not given the right and the privilege to say hi to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It was only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the angels. And even when you say hi to him, you say salawat to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you say Allahumma salli alayhi. In meaning, in essence, it's not you saying hi. You're saying Allah to you, please send salawat to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In that sense, it's because we as human beings, even though our standing is above the angels, we are not deserving to say hi to him. I mean, imagine you meet a friend who was in government, hey, say hi to the PM. He's like, yeah, okay, who are you? I'm not doing that. Right? So even we are not deserving to say hi to him. And I think that's an interesting and profound concept. So tonight we get together, and gatherings like this happen throughout the year, throughout the day, in multi parts of the world. People, different languages, different cultures, they are all gathering just to say hi. That's all they're doing. And they're hoping that through saying hi, that they'll be blessed. I'm not saying like, okay, everybody get up, 2% of your income, or 5 ringgit, or whatever, or you must make a donation. No, just say hi. When you wake up in the morning, you say, Alhamdulillah alladhi ahyana ba'da ma amatana wa ilayhi nushur. So you wake up, you say, I praise God for giving me back life. And then there's an extension of the dua. Alhamdulillah alladhi radda alayya ruhi wa adina bidhikri wa adina li bidhikri. And I thank God for waking me up and giving me permission to remember Him. So just that context of just remembrance, right? No one is going to ask you to get up, do a bit of yoga, do a bit of stretches, go brush your teeth. No. Just the sake of remembrance that Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was grateful for being able to be given permission to remember Him. And likewise, we're remembering the most beloved to Him. It is said that Prophet ﷺ said, you will be walking past people and they will be in the gardens of paradise. And then the people asked him, what are the gardens of paradise? The gardens of paradise are the people, a gathering whereby Allah is remembered. So while we can read about the descriptions of paradise, we can hear people, oh, I'll see you see you in heaven. If you believe in Eric Clapton, go ahead. But we actually have a proper viewing, a proper taste, a proper viewing of paradise. And you are here tonight. Right? It's not just a place, Mukha Cafe, it's not just this place in Taman, but you're not just seeing that this is a gathering of paradise, a garden of paradise, but it's a gathering. Yani, if you ever wonder what paradise looks like, some of you can read tafsir, some of you can read the Quran, some of you can read hadith, go ahead. Now you know some people find it difficult. So the easiest way is just look around you. Left and right, front and back. Are you not all the people of La ilaha illallah? Are you not then the people of paradise? So if you wonder who your friends are, who they're going to be, where you're going to be in 100 years from now, look around you. And you have access to it. Right? It's not this foreign idea, okay, I've got to travel to this place, make pilgrimage, and then I'll see what the people of paradise are going to look like. No, they're here. They're with you, they're around you now. Right? It's a garden of paradise. So think about it, how do Islamic tradition sees gardens? Gardens. Not the gardens, the Mid-Valley. No, gardens. Right? So it's a very important meaning that, think about it, we live in a culture where farmers are looked down upon. And I don't know, other professions are looked up upon. No. Farmers work in gardens on a regular basis. And people say, oh, he's retired. No, he's just mending his garden. That's a great affair, to be in a garden. And what more in the gardens of paradise? It's amazing, Anna. And the other thing is something I didn't quite... I was living in Yemen for 4 years. Living nearby the man who wrote all this. So birthday parties are a bit different over there. They don't, celebrate birthday parties as we do. They might not have the same songs. Our cakes, frankly, are better here. You get better cakes here. But I think what's great in all that is that on a weekly basis, on a regular basis, they celebrate the greatest birthday of ever there was. In essence, it's also a birthday party when right? Just before the camp, before we all stood up, he speaks about how his mother was pregnant and that she never tasted a single pain that other women tasted. It is even said that the angel Gabriel came to her and told her, do you realize that you're pregnant? Like she was told, it was not a test that says, 1 line, 2 lines, for those who are familiar with that. She was told, how great is that woman? So which is why I don't really subscribe to birthdays, because I feel the concept of birthdays are a bit, the fact that most people celebrate their birthdays more than they celebrate his birthday. That says how we've misunderstood that concept. The fact that whenever people speak about Mother's Day, which I used to once have an issue about, but khalas, just to make my mother happy, just go on with it. Which is a great affair, I've come to learn. How come people who promote Mother's Day never mention her? How, surely if I told you now that my iPhone, Steve Jobs touched it before he died, it's worth a lot of money. I can sell it for a lot of money, right? So the greatest piece of land in the world now has to be the grave of the Prophet Muhammad, because his body is now connected to those pebbles and stones and rocks. Like the longest time he's ever been in one place is his grave. Where's the second longest time he's ever been in? 9 months he was there. How great is that affair? So how come when people speak about the greatness of women, whether they're feminists or they're anti-feminists, whether they celebrate birthdays or they celebrate pregnancies, why don't they ever mention Amina? Which is why then you realize that sometimes when people speak about something, it's not connected. It's not connected to a higher source. It's something that they kind of thought of and then they kind of, promoted an idea. But for people of tradition, people of Islam, we've taken of Islam from the people before us, from the people before us, from people before us, right to the source, Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, you will find that our narratives are consistent and they are firm and they are across the board. They're very clear. Subhanallah. So I hope that by being in such a gathering like this, that it shows in we manifest the meanings of these gatherings and the meanings of this party, of this saying of hi, this great hi, because we talk about the heavens, and God, the Qibla of prayer is Makkah. The Qibla of supplication is to the top, right? So make sure religion gets you high. I don't mean that. I mean high, proper high, like a proper high. Because people who get high like this, it lasts a while. But people who get high like this in the gardens, they get high all the time. They are always high. And if your religion, the way you act, when you leave this gathering, you need to make people around you feel high. Whether it's your neighbor, whether it's your sibling, whether it's the person driving in the car next to your car. Because the flip side of it, if you becoming more connected to religion and it doesn't bring people higher, what they're going to say is, religion puts you down. His religion is putting me down. His religion is putting himself down. If by becoming more Islamic, you dress poorly, if by becoming more Islamic, you have a character that does not inspire the people, then it's not unexpected that people will accuse, so that's what Islam does to people. It makes them dress worse, it makes them behave worse. So that's the flip side of it. So get high, inshallah. Get proper high. Don't edit that because this is in the context. I did not speak except out of request of the organizer and our main speaker for this evening. I seek your forgiveness for my mistakes, and I hope that tonight, like every night, when you wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning to pray tahajjud, tonight onwards, perhaps keep me and my family in your prayers and continue to do so. And inshallah, I'll do the same with you because this is ummah. We all do that to each other. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.